They'll settle, and that's really a wrong word, isn't it? They'll settle for really good field position.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The tackle there by George Odom.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Passing play. Flacco. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. To pass, Flacco. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch. The feel when they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Graham. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
From the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Hamilton, the fourth-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Here's Flacco, and incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie, and now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, hey. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Win championships, baby. Hey, check back 34. What? 34. Here we go.
Brissett now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go, D. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a long day. Check 52. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Joker, Joker. No, Joker. 34 is the mic. 34 is the mic.
Brissett to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 18, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. Flacco. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he goes out right around the 39. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Flacco from the gun. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First down, Denver.
Let's go. Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move. 3 down, 3 down.
On first down, Flacco. The completion to Riddle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Flacco will take to the air again. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check, 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 check.
Brissett on first down. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 24, check 24. Jim.
Throwing, Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Todd Davis. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Ready. Mike 50. Oh, here we go.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Temple, Rocky Sin.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right side to Eric Ebron. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Go. Motion, 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 motion. Jack Rabbit. Jack Rabbit.
Out of the gun, Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Yo, you got motion man. You got motion man right now. 45, 45.
On 2nd and 2, Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's got room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
To throw again on 2nd down. Flacco. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. He'll find Lindsey here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey.
Operating out of the gun. Flacco. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down, Denver.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's caught. Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Freeman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Flacco. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Philip Lindsay, the intended target.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Grant. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm going to hit you.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brissett completes it to Corey Graham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Brissett to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, it's Brissett. The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Good job.
Jack Doyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Colts 14, Broncos 3. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Broncos take over first and 10
We're going to work.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Another run by Lindsey, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On the ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Sam off. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Shift, watch the shift. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
First throw now for the backup lock. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Got it. Go against the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Rush it.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Brissett. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They look to throw. It's Locke. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Locke now to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Locke now on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, Zoo.
Locke going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. From the gun, here's Brissett. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing now is Locke. The completion to Riddick. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Locke. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Get ready.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Locke looks to throw it again. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
From the 27, Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Tight guard, tight guard. Watch the shift.
On third down, it's Grant. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. On first down, right back to Lindsey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. He finds Riddick complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set, 8, read. Set, 8, let go. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
He's back to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Let's go.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Darius Leonard in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Now Locke. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Indianapolis, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
So hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs on the head, all being moved in a frenzy. Blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it out your mind. But can you rock?